The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 11 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, offering Buick GMC, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, and the resale division, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Penfield, Fairport, Canandaigua, Ontario, and Palmyra, and online at visionauto.com. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Every week at this time, we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 and Monroe County, and begin with our honor roll of high school teams. At number 3 this week, Aronic High School boys basketball. The Eagles won the big showdown with previously unbeaten Fairport, 64-56. Joe Drumgoole had 23 points. At number 2, Penfield girls basketball. The once beaten Patriots topped previously unbeaten Webster Thomas. Bailey Teal, Brianne Moxley, and Michaela Wilson combined for 62 points. Penfield's only loss came to undefeated Pittsford Mendon. And at number 1, HFL boys Nordic skiing. Will be dominant all season. The Cougars claimed the first 4 spots in an 8-team meet led by Ian Thompson. HFL won both the boys and the girls team competition. Strength in numbers. It's one way to describe the Hilton girls indoor track team, but there is a clear leader among these cadets.
Everybody 4 steps back when I call you to the lines. Come on up. Let's go, Kyle.
Hilton is a good place to become a middle distance runner. If you don't find the sport will find you.
Well, they're walking the hallways. That's kind of the clientele we have. We have that middle distance type kid walking around our high school. And Mike Shapanik, before me, has been doing this for a long time and just kind of built up a really, really good culture of it. And I just kind of moved up here and tried not to screw it up.
You make it sound so simple, like they're there, we just get them, but there's got to be something more to it.
They buy into the work. You get better at running by running. And you can only spice it up so much. And they show up every single day, dedicate 3 to 5:30 to their weekdays when school's over, and they're very, very good students as well. And they're just willing to grind it out.
On your mark. Set.
Mike Potter coaches 65 girls during the indoor season. The more the merrier.
Yeah, I like having a big team, a lot of people to warm up with and cool down, and I don't know, it's just a lot more team spirit. There's a lot of people.
Maddy Mason is a 3-season runner who pretty much does everything well, as her 97 GPA will attest. Mason was All-Greater Rochester as a freshman last winter, making her the youngest to be so honored. Why'd you become a runner?
I don't know. I did gymnastics in 7th grade, and then I quit that, and a bunch of my friends did cross country, so I tried it in 8th grade, and I liked it.
How rewarding is it to be most of your races that you're the first one across the finish line? You had that feeling.
I like it, but it's nice to have like competition too to push me when they are faster, so I can try to have someone to help get me to run faster.
Her range is different from a lot of girls. Maddy produces a ton of power, which helps her in things like the 400 and the 600, which is right now probably her bread and butter. But she makes the state meet in cross country, and she runs a really good 1500. So she has that ability. She has a big engine, but she also produces a lot of power. So her range is fantastic.
Maddy qualified for nationals after finishing 2nd at the state qualifiers at 600 meters and won that event at the prestigious Trent Jackson Cedric Walker Invitational last year. Mason this year was 2nd at cross-country sectionals. How do you feel about your progress as a runner?
I'm happy with how I've been doing. I'd like to get my times a lot faster this year. try to PR a lot more, make nationals.
The numbers are nice. The approach is relatively simple.
We actually work a lot on the mental side of things, because if you're going to show up every single day and give 2 to 2.5 hours, you're going to get better. So a lot of times the big block with these girls from meeting their potential is the mentality that they walk into a race with. So we try to work on their confidence and thinking about each other more than just themselves, and caring about one another, and it pays off.
I don't really know. I'm grateful for my coaches, my family that helped me a lot to push me to where I am, and their support helps a lot.
Maddy Mason won the 1,000-meter race and was on Penfield's winning 4x400 relay team. Coming up, familiar foes in different disciplines, and next, catching up with some of the section's best alums. Pickett Splinter's Paul Gotham in our Dunkin' Donuts High School Notebook, when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
With Dunkin' Deals, get a $2 medium latte from 2 to 6 p.m. Looks like it's latte o'clock. Time for a rich, creamy afternoon pick-me-up with a $2 medium latte from 2 to 6 p.m. America runs on Dunkin'.
Welcome back to the Vision High School Sports Beat. It is time now for our Dunkin' Donuts High School Notebook. And joining us, as usual, Paul Gotham from PickandSplinters.com. Paul, as we roll into mid-January, what do you got working on the site?
Continued full coverage of local high school boys basketball, as well as college, Division III and regional action, Bonaventure and Canisius. We're also going to be rolling out some statistics on the site as far as leading scorers around the area, so it'll be very interesting for people to keep up with.
Yeah, you know, stats, that's one of those things. It just gets lost. I mean, we've got point totals and game-to-game and stuff like this. The compilation of these things is almost non-existent.
Well, and there's certainly talking points. I mean, there's that whole idea, there's lies, damn lies, and statistics, and you can make them say whatever you want, but certainly they give you breadth and they give you context to what's going on the court.
Big week for the alumni. Thomas Bryant at the top, back with the LA Lakers, which is really cool, Bishop Kearney grad. Who else out there, and I know you follow these guys a lot, who else out there is really making a mark?
Jake Fenlon, McQuaid's Jake Fenlon at Chicago University is now a senior, and he broke the career three-point mark there over last weekend when he hit 5 out of 11 from the floor, and he has 207, so he's averaging better than 2.5 three-pointers for his career there. An interesting side note with Jake, he's got to be good because he's playing in front of Mattia Colangelo there at Chicago University. Mattia is the grandson of Jerry Colangelo and the son of Brian, both NBA execs, as we all know.
Who says genetics has nothing to do with it, right?
Right, exactly. And certainly Jake's having a great run there. He set the single game record at McQuaid with 11 back in 2014, and he's carrying on his work there at the collegiate level. All
right, we knew Anthony Lamb, has got some time. Does it appear as though he'll be back full strength in the tournament?
Who knows with these things?
With a conference tournament, though, is
sure.
Critically important because, what is it, the Northeast?
The American East.
American East, it only gets one bid. And so, I don't think that they're apt to give Vermont a pass because Anthony hasn't been there.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so. And the American East is one of those conferences where you play your home games. So the higher seed gets the home game. It's not like they go to a neutral site. So during the year is going to be important for them as well, so they can try and get that home court. Anthony Lamb is such a hard worker. My guess is he's back, but I'm not a doctor.
Who else out there is putting up some numbers?
Well, certainly we have Deshaun Much is doing a great job over at Iona. Had a double-double when he came back to Western New York against Canisius, and Iona is back near the top of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, and be a good chance that Deshaun gets into the conference to the NCAA tournament again.
It's neat because now you look at the schools that we brought up. So we've got, Chicago, Vermont, and Iona. Obviously, these middle schools that are allowed, they're D1, a lot of opportunity in those places.
Without a doubt. And when you look at the kids that we have in Section 5 right now, I think it's a modest estimate to say we have 5 more D1 players right now in Section 5. It's just a matter of time before they get there. Certainly when you mention kids like Gerald Drumgoole, Tajay Hill, and kids like that, they're Division I prospects, they're Division I talent. It's just a matter of time before they get there.
And that's not even considering the 2 prep school kids who we still own.
Well, and not only do you have those 2 prep school kids, but you got a kid like Jalen Pickett from Aquinas, who's also in prep school,
right,
and Zach Stenglein, who's also in prep school. Those kids could also be D1 guys.
All righty, pickandsplinters.com. Paul Gotham, thank you very much. That's our Dunkin' Donuts High School Notebook. Coming up, we salute our Wegmans Making the Grade nominee with Kim, and later, the big guys go at it. Andrew Palermo and Anthony Ray, when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for Making the Grade, brought to you by Wegmans. Wegmans is a proud supporter of Making the Grade, which highlights the accomplishment of Section 5 student athletes on and off the playing field.
Making the grade this week is Victor High School's Amanda Dake. Amanda is a 3-year varsity starter who helped lead the Blue Devils to 2 sectional championships and has proved herself as a leader in every way. She was named tournament MVP in the Class AA championship. On top of that, was voted All-Greater Rochester Player of the Year by the DNC. Aside from volleyball, Amanda is very disciplined in everything she takes on. She maintains an above 90 average in school and holds the title of treasurer for Victor's Outdoor Activity Club and is involved in the Student Environmental Awareness Club. Her love of travel and the outdoors has inspired her to continue her education next year, studying environmental science. Amanda received offers from multiple schools to play volleyball and has decided to attend the U.S. Coast Guard Academy to play Division III volleyball next fall. Nominated for her dedication to her sport and bettering the world around her, this week Amanda Dake is making the grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. You can send them in to info@classywolf.com. Now here's Bill with the Section 5 calendar.
Here is the Section 5 calendar for the week ahead. We start on Monday when the Bowlers celebrate the Martin Luther King holiday with the Dave Rothwell Memorial at Gates Bowl. That begins at 9 a.m. Boys basketball on Tuesday. Wilson leads its comfort zone, travels to Pittsford Mendon for a game Tuesday, 7:15. Over on the girls' side, Canandaigua plays at Brockport Wednesday at 7:15. The top game on ice is at Lakeshore on Thursday. It's the Rondequoits boys hockey team hosting Brockport at 5 o'clock. And the Wrestlers from Penfield Victor, RH, and Fairport's Good Field compete Saturday at the Fairport Duels beginning at 8 a.m. Go see a game. That's the Section 5 calendar for the week ahead. Coming up, throwing heavy things when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back, and thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Time now for our honor roll of high school athletes. At number 3, Jeff Jung Jr. JJ scored 32 with 12 rebounds, hitting 8 three-pointers for Greece Olympia. The Spartans get their first boys basketball win of the year at Brighton's expense. Number 2, Brandon Christ, Churchville Chili swimming. Brandon set a new school record in the 100 butterfly, swimming it in 53.72 seconds. And at number 1, Rondell Watson, scoring machine at Leadership Academy. Rondell scored 52. It's the 12th most ever in a Section 5 boys basketball game to lead the Lions to a win over Wilson. Leadership is 7-0. They are the 2 best in the section at what they do, throwing things, heavy things. They are familiar foes, competing in the same division of the indoor track season. Batavia's Anthony Ray and Spencerport's Andrew Palermo see a lot of each other. They each throw the shot and compete in the weight throw. They each know the other is their only real competition.
61 feet, 8 inches, that was your best?
Me and Anthony have been battling for a while, and I took a step ahead of him right now. He's going to compete with me all year, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, it was a really big move.
What accounts for the fact that you're better at the weight throw than he is, and he beats you at the shot?
I think I'm a little bit more technical than he is. He has some brute strength on me, so when we get in the ring for a shot, he can just power it out there a little more than I can. Not to say that his form is good, because it is, but I'm a little bit more technically correct than he is in the weight throw.
I've known him for 4 years now, since I was a freshman, so we have a pretty good competitive relationship. I mean, yeah, when we start throwing, we get a little more serious and we don't hang out as much because we're competing against each other, but after we're done throwing, we go hang out, talk about what was going on in the throws, what we need to fix. We both kind of critique each other, and so, I mean, it's like a love-hate relationship.
They each bring their own brand of excellence. Ray is an all-state football player at Batavia who took on throwing for the Blue Devils' indoor and outdoor track teams to supplement his football training. Anthony hasn't been at this long.
So when they added it in, I did not know what weight throw was. So I tried to the best of my ability. I had someone to look up to, which was Devin Kep. He was a senior when I was a freshman, so he caught onto it and he taught me. So when I started learning it more and getting better at it, I had to take his place and show other people how to do weight. So I did start embracing it more when I got to know it better.
At Batavia, Ray is in good company. There are 25 weight throwers here. Blue Devils excel at it, even have their own throwing coach.
Well, we got some great kids who really enjoy throwing. We had great support from our school district. We broke a weight in practice the other day, and they were willing to get us a new one. We really, few schools have a coach specific to the weight throw. We have 21 throwers, and really it's just a great group of kids. They compete every day in practice. It's just, it's a pleasure to go to work every day with them.
Ray's constant three-sport companion is his father, Tony, a student of the games his son plays, and an unofficial coach to the track team.
It's fun. It's a lot better than when I played. I like, it means more to watch your son or your daughter compete and do well. It's exciting. I get really excited for them. It's fun.
What further fuels the rivalry between Ray and Palermo is that each excels at a different discipline. Ray is the better shot putter.
It's just more, with shot put, it's more speed and explosion, and it's more Neanderthal. So you just go out there and throw it. With weight, you got to be more technical. So everything has to be right.
Is there room for you to grow, you think, in the weight throw?
There is room for me to grow. It's just off of the football season, it was hard doing things because, I was injured, being banged up and stuff, and I didn't get to work on a lot of technique. So I just need to go back to the basics again and just work on some technique.
Whether Ray can actually catch Palermo in the weight throw is arguable. The Spencerport and Dartmouth-bound senior set a new sectional record in the event this year. And Andrew's in it for the long haul.
I'm only 6'1", 230, and guys in the Olympics, stuff like that, these guys are 6'5", 300. So I can't really be like that. And then weight throw and hammer throw, and the professionals are 6'1", 240, so that's definitely in my range.
While Palermo's future is secure, Ray is letting the track and field season play itself out before he makes any plans beyond high school graduation and choosing between track and football. They both benefit from this rivalry, along with the strongman image that comes with it.
It makes us feel like we're a secluded part of track. We're kind of like our own little family, to be honest.
So what made you decide that it was just all track and field for you? Because, clearly athletically, you could be doing other things. Mm-hmm. Why just this?
To be honest, I started doing track in freshman year because I was kind of tired of baseball. And then I did well my freshman year. I said, this is it. I'm sticking with it.
It was Ray's day this week. Anthony beat Palermo in the shot put by 8 feet and managed a 9-inch win in the weight throw. We'd like to thank our sponsors, especially the 11 dealerships of the Vision Automotive Group who make the Sports Beat possible, as do you. Thanks once again for watching. We'll see you next week with the Vision High School Sports Beat.